Well, I'm going to cross my leg too. Oi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Chloe, and we're an Australian couple that have been living in Brisbane, but we're originally from Melbourne.
Yeah, so for the last 8 years, I've actually been working as a digital producer in radio, finishing up on the show Husey and Ed at the end of 2020, and then in the last couple of years, working for a comedian, Christian Hull, up in Queensland.
And I'm really lucky that I work remotely for a travel wholesaler, which is based in Melbourne.
And look, after a lot of consideration, Chloe and I have decided to completely pack up our lives in Brisbane, put it all into storage, and make the move down to Melbourne, where Chloe has...
Yeah, our family yacht, which is a Yarka 925, so it's a 30-foot sailing boat. I've been racing on that for the last 5 years, so it's currently in racing mode, but we're going to convert it back into cruising mode.
Because we're going to live on board it.
Yes, that we are.
We've decided just to move from land life to sea life and see what that's going to do for us. And because she's got more experience than I do at sailing, Chloe's the captain and I'm her first mate.
So my racing background gives me a little bit of a
edge
lift on you.
Yeah,
but
she's my boss.
That I am. And if anyone knows what 30 foot means, it is quite a small sailing boat. So
we're going to be like on top of it.
There's not a lot of room to move, but lucky we don't need much room to be able to live in, right?
Well, that depends on how much stuff we want to bring.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So please join us on this journey. We don't know where it's going to go. We do know we're going to go from Sandringham in Victoria up the east coast of Australia as far north as we can before cyclone season. But yeah, we're excited to show you guys, who are probably mostly our family and friends watching, just this journey that we've decided to embark on together. And then hopefully you learn a bit about sailing, and hopefully I learn a bit about sailing as well.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So welcome to Exploring, what are we called?
Exploring Earth Project.
We've left Brisbane and we are on our way to Melbourne with all our stuff in the back.
Couldn't fit any more in the back.
This is like the heaviest van driving around Australia at the moment. And luckily all that stuff's not coming on the boat with us, but yeah, I was really sad this morning. I had to leave my dog Ollie behind in Brisbane with my friend Greg, and I definitely got a little bit emotional. I hid it from everyone, but they say that 99% of the work gets done before you hit the start line, so
we've done nearly 80% of that.
Oh, how naive we were.
If only we knew just how much work was ahead of us and that we'd be stuck in Melbourne for almost 2 months, we probably wouldn't be smiling about now.
So now we have to just do the hard work getting to the start line for this boat and getting everything ready for it, and we've got 2 weeks of preparation before we set sail, so let's start working through that checklist. See you on the boat. People do that, don't they? They like hit the camera and then it transitions to something else.
Yeah, that's what they do, apparently.
Didn't work. So I've just come down to the boat this morning. Right now I am just varnishing up all the wood on the boat just to make it look pretty. I think Chloe will really appreciate that. Again, she won't realise that I have done actually anything, but I am working a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I think that looks pretty good. So you can see the difference between this one and the one I haven't done yet, and this one definitely looks nicer. So I think that's all it is, just prettiness. To be honest, I actually don't know what it does. Aussie Clear is a lightly pigmented oil finish that enhances the wood grain. It penetrates the wood and provides protection to timber against sunlight and moisture. So it's to protect it from the sun and to pretty it up. And in case you were wondering, the stuff that I was using was Aussie Clear Exterior Clear Oil Finish, 1 litre. Dropped you off at work this morning in the city because you wanted to go into the office.
Yes.
This is your...
As the breadwinner.
This is your land job that you'll be doing whilst you're at sea. And I met up with your dad actually, Ian.
Should we explain that Dad's going to be with us?
Yeah, so your dad, he knows every inch of this boat. So he's going to really just sort of guide us all the way up to Brisbane. and then let us fend for ourselves from there on in. So we're going to head from Brisbane up into the north as far as we can go, and we're going to be doing that by ourselves. But Ian is going to be helping us out from basically Melbourne to Sydney and then Sydney to Brisbane.
But it'll be good to have him there so that we can feel confident on our own, but still have him there to be able to fall back on, I guess, until he's not.
Even though Chloe's not here for a lot of this, I'm extremely appreciative of her for being the person that has to go to work and earn the money whilst I have the freedom to come and work on the boat whilst I'm not working. So a lot of love and appreciation and gratitude towards her. She tells me that she's coming to stop by later on today to see all the hard work that I've done. So let's see if she compliments me or she has nothing to say. Look who just got here. Oh, a bit windy, is it?
My ears hurt. Your wood? Your wood that you painted? I can't see what you've done. I get you've been sanding it, but that's what it looks like before. Have you finished?
Just gotta polish it.
I don't think it looks any different.
What did I say? I said that she wouldn't think that I've done anything.
I know you've done stuff, but I think that when I was last here was when we had the water damage and it looked like this. So if you're sanding it back to get rid of those marks, I think you've still got some more sanding to do.
Guess I have some more sanding to do. The good thing about having Chloe come to the boat to see all the hard work that I've done, I mean, apart from her looking great, of course, is that I was able to put her to work as well. Many hands make light work. We are currently doing one of the most important things that you have to do for the boat, which is replacing this, which is our old Liferaft. It was a 4-man Liferaft, and this one actually, the last time it was inspected was 1997. So imagine if you open up this one and ate the food out of this one, it probably wouldn't taste as nice as the new one that we've got. Hopefully we'll never ever have to use it, but important to have nonetheless. I'm actually just here with Chloe's dad, Ian. So we get to do something that Chloe misses out on today. What's that?
We get to test fire the old Liferaft.
Yep. There's something very satisfying about setting up a life raft that isn't in a survival situation. I would not want to be in one of these at sea, that's for sure.
The list of things to do was slowly getting smaller, but one big thing we still had to do was get a new mattress for our bed. The old one had definitely seen better days, so a trip to Clark Rubber was in order.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
You okay? She was eating a banh mi. And
It's what I get for wearing light-coloured leggings. You spilled it, okay? Let's go.
we couldn't figure it out.
There's just too many options, I think.
Too many decisions, too many mattresses, too many thicknesses, too many sizes.
Because we don't have one that's going to fit
No.
the way it is.
We don't want to spend a massive amount of money because we don't have that, but we can't afford to get like a custom fit either, so we're just trying to figure out a way to do it our own way, which is to get a mattress and then cut it up. But now we're just umming and ahhing because there are lockers underneath where that mattress is, and
We need to access those lockers.
Yeah,
So we've got cushions on at the moment, but it's so thin
yeah.
that even if we were thinking maybe we fill that with foam, but then that will still be thin. So I think we're going to have to go with the option of 2 singles.
It's a job for another day though, so we're going to think about it and come back to it. Guess where we're back at? We're so over this.
This wall that we were talking about something and then you just pull the camera out.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I was talking about money and finances.
For those who are wanting to go sailing, just have a lot of money put aside to pay for things because it's expensive.
It's just budgeting for it. So making sure that we're on top of everything we need to be paying for. I just think that's what we were just having a discussion about.
Yeah.
Ben doesn't like to discuss it.
I was discussing it. In other words, what she's saying is, please subscribe. It's a great time to just click that subscribe button because that will help monetize our content. Otherwise, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble later on down the track. We'll put out the content as long as you guys keep subscribing and watching. It's a good deal, I think. Good deal?
Yeah, I think it's a good deal.
That's a good deal. You don't have to pay for anything. You literally just click subscribe, and then
It avoids us having these discussions.
It avoids us sitting in a car in the rain outside of Clark Rubber discussing where the money's going to come from. So, click that subscribe button, guys. You want to go get this mattress?
Yeah, let's go do it.
The good thing about having the night to sleep on it, get it, was we knew exactly what we wanted the second time round.
We're going to get 2 of these, which are the perfect size once they are put together for the width and height. Then we've got to cut it to the triangle shape that we have.
If you're going to get anything right, you want to get your bed right, because if we're on every single day and working every single day, this is what we need.
So let's just put them next to each other. We're going to have to cut it like this. Should we ask them if they can cut it?
Go turn on your charm to the employees and ask if they can cut it. And if we come out here with these in full, it means that your charm didn't work. Chloe's currently putting on her charm to one of the employees. We'll see if it works. How's your charm?
Very nice, Josh.
Josh from Clark Rubber
Yeah.
in Moorabbin, South
If you need a
Road.
hand for a mattress, he'll sort you out. He even cut the edges off so that it will fit perfectly to the shape of the hull, and saved us money. We were stupidly going to buy two single mattresses, and he goes, why don't you get a queen mattress and then just put them next to each other and it's the same thing. Ben and I looked at each other and thought, how did we not think of that? But it's also his job, so he deals with it every day.
Yeah, thanks Josh, and
Yeah.
Sorry to keep you past your finishing time.
Yeah,
Chloe wanted to sit in the car and talk about finances, so
well.
bit of a change of pace for us today, isn't it? It's actually Anzac Day.
25th of April.
25th of April. So my dad's actually doing a speech down here at San Remo where we're at, because he was a war veteran and a retired squadron leader in the RAAF. Yeah, he served in the Solomon Islands and Afghanistan a couple of times. So yeah, they've asked him to come do a speech, and he's never had to do that before. So yeah, we just came down here.
Really interesting to hear him talk about it.
And the cool thing about this place in San Remo is that we'll be sailing under here in a couple of weeks, won't we?
That we will. We just have to be timing it right so we can fit the mast underneath.
Do you know what this place also represents for us? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
What?
Well, you say it's not, but it's the first place that we had a date here.
We
I had our first date here.
We hung out as friends.
It was a date.
And just behind us at the pier, we almost had our first kiss, but we didn't.
Almost, it started raining.
Yeah, so we didn't have our first kiss again for a year later. But
Was it a year?
a whole year, because that was the night before I left to go to Queensland.
Yeah.
And then it was a year later that she kissed me on that island over there, Phillip Island. So anyway, we're gonna go watch my dad, and hopefully he does a good job.
He will. He will do a great job.
People like Private Benjamin Ronaldo and Private Paul Warren. On the 18th of July 2009, Ben and Paul were on patrol in the Bellucci Valley. They had been stopped for some time for a rest, but as they set off again, an improvised explosive device, or IED, exploded, instantly killing Ben and severely wounding Paul. Paul and Ben would be the first casualties that I would experience whilst in Afghanistan, but unfortunately, they would not be the last. We will remember them, lest we forget.
Just enjoying the sunset.
I know, it's beautiful.
Sorry.
After the weeks of getting the boat ready, it was great just to slow down a bit, spend time with family and watch a sunset before the last sprint to the start line begins.
What did you do?
Well, I'm probably a bit particular in the fact that I don't like to drink wine out of just a cup. Like, these are our cups that we have, and I wouldn't want to drink a wine out of that. I don't know, something about it just doesn't, it's not the same thing. So I was like, we need to get some plastic wine glasses, stemless ones preferably. And I found some online that were like gold sprinkles around them. They looked a bit average. So we went and found these instead. This one has a little, what would you call that, a rosella? Cockatoo holding a piece of fairy bread. This one's holding a piece of Vegemite toast. And then koala with a lamington and a kangaroo with an icy pole. How exciting. I can't wait to drink out of this.
Oh, how do you get in here?
Can we have a second to admire the plant that I've just positioned on one of our beams that we hold on to?
The discussions we had around this plant, there was many.
Yeah,
and
anyway, it looks good. It'll probably last there for about, what, day? But it will go when we're on a hill. It will just...
Like always, Chloe won that argument. Anyway, we're not going to talk in depth about this now because we have no idea if this is going to work or not. But this is Starlink. This is going to be our internet on board. There have been a lot of discussions online whether or not this does or doesn't work out at sea where we're going to be off the coast of Australia.
Whilst we're moving, all that sort of stuff. We don't know. We don't know the answers. But for now, let's just take it out, see what it is, and go from there. I haven't seen it yet.
Chloe hasn't seen it.
I haven't opened this box. Ben has.
Neither have I.
Yes, you did.
So, oh look, the plant's in the way.
No, look, it's holding it.
Literally, that's the instructions. It's 3 pictures.
Oh.
3 pictures, and that's all you get. There's no big instruction manual or anything like that. That's it.
Connect that to that, plug in, and then go to the app. Oh gosh, it's bigger than I was expecting.
This is the base for it.
Okay, cool.
This is literally it.
Oh.
Pretty cool, huh? And then it comes with like a lot of cord.
What's that?
That's the router. So this is the router where like a normal
Oh.
modem at home or anything like that, you plug that in, you get
It's
internet.
literally a dish.
And hopefully it works. But we'll get back to you
Yeah.
on if this works or not. Where are we going to put it?
Yeah, that's what our next decision's going to be. Anyway.
Which Chloe will probably win. Join in a couple episodes time where it doesn't work.
Yeah, that won't be good. Touch wood. Touch wood. This is a dummy that we're going to be using for our man overboard drill.
Russell,
Russell.
can we call him
So,
Bob?
Bob makes more sense, doesn't it? Because he's going to be bobbing in the water. This is so incredibly heavy, but he actually floats, which is amazing.
Oh, careful. What's...
Sorry, Bob.
Any last words, Bob?
What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning.
Bob's so heavy. Bob's waterlogged, Bob's drunk, Bob's dead. Bob's dead.
Well, he would have died at least 5 times, to be honest. He didn't do a very good job of retrieving it, but we know what to do now.
Do you reckon you'll save me, babe, if I fall over?
That was a rough sea, I'm sorry, but I just don't see myself being able to save you, if I'm honest.
Fair enough.
But I'll try.
And I'll try and save you.
Thanks.
Rainbow, babe. Good omen.
Yes. It's good omen. It's your good omen.
It's my good omen. Wow, look at it.
Can you see that? The moon's up here in the rainbow.
I mean,
Wow.
does it get much better than that?
Wow, look how strong it is.
It's a good omen, babe.
And you get to the reason why? Because I'm hanging on to here. It's been like 20 minutes and you've said it like 3 times. So, why is it a good omen?
This is going to sound ridiculous. It's my dead relatives talking to me. I've had a lot of relatives and friends that have passed away that have shown me rainbows in significant times.
What are they saying now?
They're saying you're going to have an alright time on the boat. Double Remo. Did I tell you that rainbows are a good omen?
You might have, yeah.
did manage to see a couple more that day, which filled me with confidence for the trip ahead. Even Chloe was excited by the omen.
Remo count? 5.
Oh my god.
It's showing how much shit we've got to sort out.
All of this has to go into lockers and storage.
We have way too much stuff. Ben insisted on bringing 2 pairs of runners. And therefore, we have like 5 pairs of Ben's shoes and 3 pairs of my shoes. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
And we leave tomorrow.
What time is it?
Late.
It's about 9:30. And we're doing...
Late when we're supposed to be sailing out early tomorrow
And we're
morning.
doing a food shop.
Oh, getting provisions.
All of our food for the next probably week. And we should definitely be in bed after being up at what, 6 a.m?
Yeah, we're tired. But as long as we've got chocolate, then I consider that a win.
Wish we were doing this earlier than right now.
Chloe literally said, my only job is to push the trolley. And that's it. She does everything else. Just push the trolley, Dan. You're the trolley pusher. Now I've lost her. I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm just pushing the trolley.
Yeah, that's right. And you're not even near where I need to be. So can you come here?
Sure. Chloe's literally getting the one thing that you shouldn't get when you go on boats. Bananas. Quick history lesson for you. Bananas being bad luck on boats is an unusual nautical superstition that began in the 1700s that is still persistent today. When trade ships sailing from the Caribbean and Spain started to disappear, legend has it that only the curved yellow fruits would be found floating amongst the wreckages. Seafarers believed that bananas had caused the ships to sink, which led to many rumours back on the docks and throughout the seas.
We've always had bananas on the boat. I actually think it'd be good luck for us.
You're taking the most accident-prone person in the world with you on a boat.
Guess what? That's not going to be because of the bananas. That's just going to be because of you. So we're not going to worry about that.
I bring the shopping bags. Is that something that I would forget?
100% it would be. Oh, good.
Not just the shopping trolley pusher.
Did you get the peaches?
No, didn't get the...
It's explained my point.
You said I had one job, which was being the trolley pusher. But now am I responsible for the bags as well?
Yeah, because that if you don't get 2 jobs, you're now responsible.
Oh, I feel lucky. So many decisions.
This is going to save your life when you're vomiting over the side.
I won't need it.
See about that. So we did it at 10:56 p.m.
What time did we
After
get?
getting here at 9, I think.
Oh.
It was 2 hours. And the total cost was $551.06. A lot.
Number 1 trolley pusher in Melbourne. What? I said I'm the number 1 trolley pusher in Melbourne. You don't believe that?
Yep.
It's late. We need to get to bed. Let's do our sail tomorrow. Good night.
It's the morning of us leaving. So what time is it?
It's not even that early.
It's 7:12.
7:12.
I've been up since 6. And yeah, we're leaving today.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you got there?
Quills. Yeah, you wouldn't think that someone that's going on a boat forever is someone that gets seasick, but I get seasick pretty badly. Just gonna take one though.
See how one goes. Fingers crossed. It's hard to believe, after all the work and preparation, plus the setbacks of weather windows, that we are finally about to embark on our life at sea together. Join us next time as we cross a treacherous rip out of Port Phillip Bay and into Bass Strait as we start our journey up the east coast of Australia.
And just to butt in here, we even had a rainbow in the first 5 minutes of sailing. Must be a good omen. Don't forget to like and subscribe.